What's up, nerds? Right now I'm going to be showing you how I can do a Space Marine drop pod in a day, as the video title suggests. In the event you got to put a Space Marine drop pod together in a day, or you really don't like painting big vehicles, I'll show you how to get this thing done in a day. So you can see I've already pulled out the sprues. What you'll need for this project is some flat black spray paint. You can get this in any hardware store or like Lowe's or Home Depot for like $1, I think, to get this stuff. You don't need to spend your money on the expensive stuff. Make sure you get it in the flat matte. We're also going to be working with some flat matte red, and we'll also be working with some gunmetal. Both these smaller cans are model grade spray paints. Pretty much everything's going to be done with these colors today. So let's go ahead and get started. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with our flat matte black. That's going to be the base of our painting here today. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area. You see I'm doing short controlled bursts. That makes sure that the paint doesn't pool. Great thing about this paint is it dries real quickly, so once the first side is done, you're just going to flip them over and do the other side. Okay, now that we have all of the this black spray paint is dry, we're going to go ahead and clip it out of the sprues. Okay, now we've got them all clipped out of their sprues. We're starting with the color portion. So what I've done is I've separated out our parts so that the parts that are red are on the left, and the parts that are going to be gunmetal color are going to be on the right. So here's our red. It's that flat red we're talking about. I'll show you why we're doing this way. But we'll start with the red first. Now that's dry, we flip them over, and we're going to make sure we get the undersides of some of these parts. I know the inside part of the wing is going to be filled with the Bolt gunmetal version, but we want to make sure we get the sides, like these portions here, completely covered in the red, because they won't get covered up by the footstep portion of the wings of the drop pod. And now that the red is dry, we're going to do the gunmetal portion as well. As you can see, I've assembled the booster rocket right here. I'll show you. I've assembled it most of the way with all the rocket together and everything. The red has had time to dry on the top side of the underside of the drop pod. We're going to spray paint the underside in that same Bolt gunmetal. As you can see, I've left it together, and I don't care if I get a little bit of this gunmetal color on the outside edge. I actually kind of want that. It's going to look like it's been worn down a little bit. So let's go ahead and hit with the gunmetal. Now that our pieces have had time to dry, we're going to start putting them together You got a couple pieces over there still drawing with the underside of the drop pod, but we're going to go start putting together the wings right now. Alright folks, there you have it. We have a completed Space Marine drop pod. You see I didn't do the internal portions. I'm mostly using these for my dreadnoughts. As you can see there, he looks really good standing on there. So we'll use this for the dreadnoughts. But you can also use it for the standard Space Marines, but you know, I'm going to go back through, you know, do the lights on the internal portions, do the highlights and everything, maybe even do some stripes in here. But you know, the game store opened at 11. It's now 2 o'clock. So in 3 hours, I was able to put together a Space Marine drop pod. And actually, what I didn't tell you was I was doing one. I was doing multiple Space Marine drop pods. So I now have 3 Space Marine drop pods completed in 3 hours. So these are 3-color table-ready models. 3-color table-ready models that I could start playing with tonight. That I picked up this morning. So go ahead, feel free to use these techniques. You know, of course, you want to go back through later and perfect the way the models look. You know, do the highlighting and do the other silver portions. But I think for the most part, we're ready to rock and roll.